Hey guys, so today I'm going to show you an easy tutorial on how to find your lost combination of your master lock. So basically it all has to do with a little math and the shackle and the dial. So the first step is to record a list of 1 through 12. So Alright, so the first thing you have to do is you pull the shackle just tight enough so that the lock gets stuck between two numbers. So as you can see here, if I can pull it, it gets stuck between 3 and 4. So you record the number in between the two numbers it gets stuck to. So if it gets stuck between 3 and 4, you record 3.5 because 3.5 is in between 3 and 4. So you just record the number in the middle of those two. So and then I'll loosen it a little bit, and then I'll do it again. And here it gets stuck between 6 and 7. So I'll record 6.5. So then here it gets stuck between 9.5 and 10.5. So I'll record 10. And here it gets stuck between 13 and 14. So you record 13.5. Loosen it up. Here it gets stuck between 16 and 17. So you record 16.5. And here it gets stuck between 19.5 and 20.5. So you record 20. And here it gets stuck between 23 and 24. So you record 23.5. And here it gets stuck between 26.5 and 27.5. So you record 27. Almost done. Here it gets stuck between 29.5 and 30.5, so you record 30. And here it gets stuck between 33 and 34, so I'm going to put down 33.5. I'm going to have two more, so here it gets stuck between 36 and 37. So I'm going to record down 36.5. And finally, for the last number, it gets stuck between 0.5 and 39.5. So I'm going to record down 0. Alright. So, put this here. So you should have 12 numbers. Now 7 of the 12 numbers should end with 0.5. And then the other 5 numbers should be whole numbers. So the numbers that end with 0.5, we don't need them. So we don't need this one, 3.5. We don't need 6.5. We don't need 13.5. We don't need 16.5. We don't need 23.5. We don't need 33.5. And we don't need 36.5. And if you count, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 numbers. Now, the other 5 numbers should be whole numbers. So yeah, 10, 20, 27, 30, and 0. Yeah, they're all whole numbers. Now, 4 of those 5 numbers should end with a common end number. So if you notice, 10 ends with 0, 20 ends with 0, 30 ends with 0, and 0 ends with 0. Now, all of the 4 out of the 5 whole numbers that end with the same common end number, we don't need those numbers. So we can cross out the 10, we can cross out the 20, we can cross out the 30, and we can cross out the 0, because they all end with 0. Now, you should have one odd number left. Or it doesn't have to be odd or anything, but you should have one number left, and that number is 27. This is the third number in your combination. So just to keep organized, we'll write down just like 3 slots here. And we know 27 is our third number in the combination. So now the tricky part can be finding the other two numbers. And I think the hardest part of this whole process is what I'm about to do next. So you take the third number and you divide it by 4 to get a remainder. So 27, so let's say your third number was 4, your remainder would be 0, because 4 divided by 4, I mean, you get a whole number 1. But if your number was 5, you'd have 1 with a remainder of 1. If your number was 6, you'd have 1 with your answer would be, 6 divided by 4 would be 1 with a remainder of 2. If your third number was 7, your answer would be 1 with a remainder of 3. But you can't have a remainder greater than 3. You can't have a remainder for 4 for obvious reasons, because that just doesn't work in math. So, if you guys end up having a remainder that's greater than 3, then something is wrong, and you might have to redo these steps over here. So if we take 27, just over here, 27 divided by 4, we get 6, which is 24 minus that, with a remainder of 3. So our remainder is 3 here. So all you have to do now is you go to your first combination here, and we're going to write down 3. Now we're going to add 4 to this number until we reach the maximum number in the master lock. So we'll go 3, then we add 4, so we get 7, add 4, get 11, 15, 19, and then add 4, 23, 27, 31, 35, 39. Okay, so now since the highest number in the master lock is 39, you can't add 4 anymore. So these are all of the possible combinations for your first number. So for your second number, it gets a little more complicated. So there's a little code. So if your remainder, so I'll just go here. So if your remainder is 0, then your new number is going to be 2. If your remainder was 1, your new number is going to be 3. If your remainder is 2, your new number is going to be 0, and if your remainder is 3, your new number is going to be 1. So basically, if your remainder was less than 2, you add 2 to each of these numbers. If your remainder was 2 or greater, you basically subtract 2 from these numbers. So since my remainder was 3, my new number is 1. So I write 1 here for the second digit in your combo, and then I add 4 to 1. So basically, you're just subtracting 2 over here. So 1 plus 4 is 5, plus 4 is 9, plus 4 is 13, 17, 21, 25, 29, 33, 37. So, and you can't go higher than 37, right? You can't add 4 and still be in the range of 39, which is the highest number on the master lock. So these are all of the possible combinations for your second digit. So this is for your first digit, this is for your second digit, and this is your third number. So, and remember, this is the code to remember. So, I'm just going to move this up. Now, this process becomes basically trial and error. So, to find out your combination, you're going to go 3, you're going to try out 3, 1, 27. Okay, then you're going to 3, 5, 27, 3, 9, 27, 3, 13, 27, and you go through all of that. Then when you find out that 3 doesn't work, you cross out the 3. Then you try 7, 1, 27. So basically, this part of the video might take, it depends. So if your actual combination is 3, 1, 27, then this is going to be really easy for you. But if your combination is 39, 37, 27, this process might take a little while. But then again, if we were to go on the lock and go, okay, 0, 1, 0, 0, 2, 0, and go around the whole lock and try to find out your combination, that's something 65,000 combinations in comparison to maybe a few hundred combinations here. So I'm gonna see what I can do to try to find the combo of this lock. Alright, after painstaking 15 minutes, the combination is 27, 9, 27. So 27, 9, 27. Guess let's circle them for consistency. Okay, so just to show you guys again, 27, 9, 27. So this method may be a little time consuming, but it's better than just like clipping it with bolt cutters or I don't know, like using a shim or something, because at least you can reuse the lock now. Thank you guys for watching. So if you have any questions or if you're having any issues, please let me know in the comment section and I will personally respond to your inquiry as soon as possible.